What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal, this is Bond Book Reviews, and today we're going to be categorizing my entire TBR. I'm not going to take you along for the whole ride because you guys don't need that boring situation, but what we are going to be doing that you might want to stick around for is once I am done categorizing this entire shelf into currently on my TBR or already read, I am going to see how many books I have on my TBR. I have a feeling that it is going to be a lot. So my plan is that I am going to split it in half by 50%. You heard me correctly. I am going to be unhauling 50% of my TBR. It is getting out of control. I feel like I have books on this shelf that I am purely keeping because I have FOMO or I feel like I'm eventually going to like this book, but it's getting to the point where it's out of control. I want to get on top of my TBR, not have it crush me. People here are going to think I'm crazy. There's a lot of people that don't unhaul things. I am going to do a massive unhaul. I have so many books on my Kindle. I have Kindle Unlimited. I get free ARCs from work. I do not need to be crushed on stuff that I've had on this shelf for like at least 3 years. So my plan is to categorize all of this, figure out how many there are, and then halve it. That's right, I'm gonna cut it down by 50%. I was gonna say that I'm gonna cut it down to 100 books, but I think that's not gonna be possible. I think that's too much. But I will aim for 100, but I'm gonna cut it down by at least 50%. So if you wanna come along for this crazy, wild, stupid ride that I'll probably regret later, stay tuned. Okay, so I wanted to get a real scope of like how many I had and hadn't read. So what I've done is I've gone along, and if I've read the book, then I left it, if I haven't read the book, I left it front facing. If I have read it, I've turned it around. So you can see there's quite a number of turned around books. Like I haven't not read a lot of books on my shelf, but there's also a lot I haven't read. To be fair, a lot of them are parts of series, as you can see. Like I've read the first in the series of this one, but not the rest. But that still doesn't excuse the fact that there are still a lot of books that are not turned around on this shelf. So I'm going to go through it and I'm going to count them all and give you guys a total that are on this shelf. This does not include my ebooks or audiobook TBR. This is just my physical TBR. So let's get a total so we know how many we have to unhaul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, actually that, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 339 are currently on my shelf unread. So if we cut that in half, we'll round up to 340 because why the hell not? That gives us a total of 170 books that I need to get rid of. 170. Let's do it. I'm so committed to this. I am so committed to this. 170 books are coming off this shelf. Let's do this. Let's do this. Whether you guys want to know, I'm just, instead of like talking through them all, I'll just like hold them up real quick. Editing Crystal will hate it, but we're going to get 170 books removed from this shelf. I'm going to go through and pick them now. I'll kind of just bring them forward and make my choices. My stand is broken at the moment. Unfortunately, Addie decided to throw it. So unfortunately, I cannot have you propped up while I do this, unless I can maybe, hold on, there is a shelf here. Oh, look at that. Help me decide. Okay. Ace of Spades is staying. Yes, no, maybe so is an option. Love and Other Puzzles I want to keep. The Light After the War I have actually read, so woohoo. That brings our title down. All of the Ones that I've gotten out of book boxes, I'm going to put through as like a possibility because I definitely think I could get rid of those. I definitely want to finish the Red Sister series, so that is staying. Only Children by David Badell was sent to me. I can get rid of that. That is a book box. I want to keep that, My dad wants me to read these. That sounds like a really good thriller I'm interested in. That is a series that was recommended to me by someone a long time ago. It's a fantasy series. I just cannot bring myself to throw it out. I've actually read that, so we can turn that one around. Definitely want to read that. These could be potentials, as could this and this. Definitely want to keep those. Definitely can potentially get rid of this. I kept it as a potential yellow book when I needed yellow covers, but I think I can say goodbye. I've actually read that. I was really bad at turning things around. Only just hauled that, so not getting rid of that. Unhauled I've kept, even though I don't have book 2 or 3. I've got book 1, I haven't even read yet. Book 4 I have, but it's like, I don't have the rest of the series. But I'm going to keep that because I do plan on eventually collecting it all. Songs of Wrath and Ruin is going to stay. Octavia E. Butler is going to stay. Just hold that. This really interests me, and it was sent to me by Scholastic. I technically still need to review it, so I'm going to keep that. That's part of a series. It's the final one I need to read. Ender's Game, everyone's told me I can get rid of, so that's going to come forward as a possibility. Gas on the Starlight, again, was sent to me, but I think I can get rid of that. Keeping that, wanting to finish that series, even though people have told me that I shouldn't bother with the rest of the Crown, rest of the one, because it should only be 3 books. I want the entire collection. Train's Blade, I really want to give Sebastian T. Castells a try, so he's staying. Stephen Kavanagh I love, so all of that is staying. I think I can unhaul all 3 of these. This is the School of Good and Evil. I haven't read it yet, probably won't be interested. And I have 3 different editions making up a series, so they can go. Stephen Chbosky's Imaginary Friend, I think can go. I probably won't ever read it, and if I do, I can probably do the Kindle. Match Reached and Crossed is staying. The Woman in the Green Dress can probably go. My friend recommended it to me and said I should keep it, but I think I can let it go. That is from a book box that can come out. Chris Colfer's probably I've gotten a bit old for now. Book box can come. Interested in keeping. So we'll go back down this end. Book box can come out. Truth Witch series I want to read. Legend Born I want to read. These I keep because they're small and will potentially, you can't see me down here, there's small books down here that will potentially be good for readathons. Bringing Down the Duke I can get rid of. I probably don't need that anymore. Girl Goddess Queen I brought home thinking I would be interested in it, but I have not picked it up. I plan on finishing the Hush Hush series by Becky Fitzpatrick, so that's staying. They're small. These Ranger Apprentice series that I have collected book 1, 2, and 3 of, I think I am going to enjoy, and they're good, quick, short, middle grade. So I'm going to keep them because I think they'll come really handy for like readathons when I'm looking for something quick. So that's staying. Ace of Shades, yes. Kate Forsyth, I want to keep because I'm going to try. Kate Vanderbilt, I can unhaul because I unhaul all the others. For some reason, I kept this one, so that one can come out. Neil Gaiman, I want to keep. Lakewood, I want to keep. Good Dog, I can probably unhaul. Railquest, Camelot Spell, I can unhaul. How to Make Friends in the Dark, I can unhaul. Jane Love, I can unhaul. Keep that. I'm probably never actually going to finish this series, so I can unhaul all of those. John Green, I can unhaul. Nature of Witches, I can unhaul. Marley and Me and The Tender Stays of Life, I've actually read, as have Roots. I clearly missed this shelf. Kristen Hannah's not going anywhere, so that's just obvious. Times Covert can go. The Desert Nurse can probably go. Copycat can go. Keeping Bride by Ali Hazelwood, that's from the book box, that can go. The Nyx, I want to read. Elizabeth is Missing can go. Anything by Jack Heath is staying, even if I have or haven't read it. This is from a book box, that can go. I think it was from like Once Upon a Book Club. So yeah, it can go. That can potentially go, but if I have the option to keep it, I will. Good Guys Go to Murder and White Smoke I have read. I clearly did not do a great job of turning these around. I think that brings my total down as to what I have to get rid of by about 5. So instead of getting rid of half of 340, I'm getting rid of half of 335. Oh, Ugly Rad, I've read 2. Cool. Colleen Hoover can stay. The First Move by Jenny Ireland can probably go. Kinky History can go. Actually, I want to keep it in case I need a non-fiction because I don't have anything else I'm kind of interested in on my shelf. Truly Devious and Vanishing Stairs can stay. We're going to back down this end where you can't see me. I got a whole bunch of Julie Kagawa. I have a feeling that I'm going to keep the Talon Rogue Soldier series. I'm going to keep the Shadow of the Fox series, but I'm going to unhaul the Iron King and the Iron Vow series because I only have half of it. Amy Kaufman is definitely staying. Adam Kay is staying. Life in Outer Space can go. Bridget Camera series can go. Jay Christoph is all staying, as is R.F. Kwong. The Two by Mary Kubika can go. The End of Her by Shani Lapina can go. Brutal Princess is staying. Witches of Ash and Ruin is staying. In All the Days is staying. The Deceptions can go. Running with Ivan can go. Jade Legacy is staying. Loki can go. Bookbox. Natasha Lester is all staying because what I have read I've liked. Bookbox can go because all the bookbox stuff is like fantasy stuff that I'm probably never actually going to bother picking up. Most of them don't even have audiobooks. It's just, and if I want them, I can probably get the ebook. Go. Yes, the Beautiful Edition doesn't have spray edges, but still. I'd rather someone else enjoy them. Mary Lou is staying. Dog Runner can go. Catches Letters You Can Stay. Let Me Lie and I Let Go of You Go by Claire McIntosh can go. That can go. That can go. think there's someone at my door. Nope, it's just a tree falling. All of my Kate Morton can go. I have collected her with every intention of reading, and I have never bothered because they're so big, they intimidate me, so they can all go. Now we go down here to Jojo Moy can stay. Beyonders can go. Stay, stay, stay. I need to read a Derville McTiernan, so I'm going to keep the Ruin because it's one I've got. This one can go. It's a middle grade that was sent to me, not really overly interested. Likes Lynette Noni, so I'm keeping her other series. Charity Norman seeing in September is my nemesis. I need to keep it so I can finish it. Mary O'Connor's Worth Fighting For is, I really liked Mary O'Connor's other historical fiction, so I'm keeping it. Beth O'Leary liked all her other work, so I'm keeping the stuff I haven't read. This is a series I plan on starting this year, so I'm keeping that. I want to collect the entire Christopher Paolini series, so that is staying. B.A. Paris, oh man, I can't bring myself to get rid of it. If I need more, I can come back for you, because I have 3, but haven't read hardly any. I've started this series, so I'm keeping that. Leslie Pierce, You'll Never See Me Again, I can unhaul. Jodie Picoult is all staying. The Rush by Michelle Pratt, new release. I'm going to keep it. Women's Pages by Victoria Perman can go. Ventriloquist by E.R. Ramsey-Poor can go. I've had it since like 2019 when I got the ARC. Do not need to keep it anymore. Opposite of Always can probably go. I mean, I kept it because I was like, oh, I don't know any yellow covers, so it can probably go. All of my Rick Riordan is staying. Alice in the Fly can go. Black Sun keeping. Anything that is by Katie Roberts is staying. Anything by Michael Robotham is staying. Mandy Robotham is staying. Emily Rhoda is staying. Really want to read that. That I only just got. Back Down to Where You Can't See Me, and I have a book I just told from Paige, some Randy Sandy, some V.E. Schwab, one book I can get rid of, and some Samantha Shannon. They are all staying. Game Changer by Neil Schusterman can stay. Paulina Simmons can stay. Fire with Fire by Destiny Soria. I probably would really like, but I don't need to get the physical copy. All My Nicholas Sparks is staying. That's just a given. Staying. Threadneedle can go. Inkblood Sister Scribe can go. I might regret that. I'll probably read that later, but it's going for now. The Anna Todd After Series is staying. You probably can't see what I'm pointing to. So I don't know where my phone cut out. I think I only had a couple shelves left by the time it did. I managed to go through, and I'm currently up to 100 titles that I am unhauling. I think that's a really good place to finish for now, because I have to go pick up Addie. I feel like if I get those 100 off, I can then reassess. But for now, I've gotten rid of 100, which just like seems insane that I could so easily, like it's been, I don't even know how long, like 15 minutes, for me to be able to go through my shelf and pick 100 books that I would be willing to get rid of. I clearly had too many books on my fucking shelf. So my plan was to cut it in half, and ideally I wanted to get 100 books on my TBR. But I realized that with a lot of books that are part of a series that I have started that I don't want to unhaul yet, the total gets up a lot. So we may struggle, but I am committed to this. So we have got it down to, I had 335 because I'd read 5. So 335, no, 300, I'm so confused as to how many we're up to. All I knew is that I had to get rid of 100 and something, more than what I've gotten rid of. So I need to reassess, but I've gotten 100 picked out. I'm gonna go pick up my baby girl. We'll come back, we'll talk about these 100, and then maybe I can do a second round of cuts. But I feel already lighter just knowing that that many are gonna be off my shelf. I know that, like, obviously I didn't include the 24 books for 2024 that I have upstairs in a different shelf in this count, but that's okay because I wanted to get this shelf. And it's not because I needed more space, because I still had like 3 shelves all in the bottom. It was purely because I just wanted to, like, I don't know, feel like instead of getting distracted by my backlist, I could finally start to concentrate on some of the books that I'm like getting put in front of me through work and like other stories that people are telling me to read. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'm doing it because I think I got into that like sunk cost fallacy where I was like, I've put all this money into these books and like I might read it one day. There might be one day where I have a prompt that this book will fulfill. I need to stop reading that way because I can access them from my library. I can access ebooks. I can access Kindle Unlimited. Like there's other ways for me to get these titles. So I'm just letting them go because they don't need to be a part of my personal collection. And I know that a lot of people don't think that way, but that's what I'm doing. And I feel like a lot of these books were put on my shelf 4 years ago before I became like a mother, and before I owned my own home, and before I worked in the current industry I work in, I was a very different person with a very different reading style back then. So I think it's time for me to just like finally say goodbye rather than having that mentality of like, I need to hold on to them forever. Anyways, I've rambled enough. I'll be back shortly to talk about the 100 I've already picked and figure out how many more we need to get rid of. Okay, so I've managed to get my TBR down to 227 books. And if I calculate books that are just like the next in the series or the first in the series instead of like the whole series, it's only 179 books. To me, that seems much more manageable. 179 books down from like 300 and something. I can think about, I can feel confident in that every single book that I can reach for is one that I'm actually interested in, rather than it being like completely obliterated with everything else. So what I will do in the second half of this video is we will go through all of these shelves down the bottom, which are double stacked, which is everything that I am unhauling. But I'm gonna film that on another day. We'll come back. I'm just gonna pretty much give you name, title, and it'll be about a 150 book unhaul, I think. At least 100. Okay guys, it is now time for me to show you what I have unhauled. It is a few days later. There is a lot of books we need to get through, so I am pretty much just gonna hold them up, tell you the name and title, and move on. It's gonna be very, very quick. If any of these are ones you think I should hold on to, let me know in the comments. But if not, these are all getting donated pretty damn quick. I think I might sell a few of them because some of them are probably ones that people would really, really actually want. But most of them, I think I'm just gonna donate or drop in like free little libraries around my town. So without further ado, and in absolutely no logical order whatsoever, The Burning Girls by CJ Tudor, Fire with Fire by Destiny Soroya, 1 and Book 2 in The Sentinels of the Galaxy by Maria V. Aram, Alice and the Fly by James Rice, A Hunger of Thorns by Lily Wilkinson, Lona by Georgina Young, Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate, Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon, The Natural Way of Things by Charlotte Wood, Beyonders by Brandon Mule, The Giver of Stars and Sheltering Rain by Jojo Moyes, Nightingale by Fiona McIntosh, Lenny Gets Away with Murder by Karen Maine, I Let You Go and Let Me Lie by Claire McIntosh, The Dog Runners by Brendan McDibble, the entire Magisterium series by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, Only Children, 3 Hilarious Stories by David Battle, Nightbirds by Kate L. Armstrong, Yes, No, Maybe So by Becky Albertalli and Isha Saeed, How to Love Your Daughter by Hila Bloom, 3 Sisters by Claire Boyd, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, Gus and the Starlight by Victoria Carleth, Radical Love by Neil Blackmore, all the books I own in the School of Good and Evil, as well as all of my Chris Colfer collection, Cosima Unfortunate Steals the Star by Laura Noakes, You'll Never See Me Again by Leslie Pass, Bring Me Back, Behind Closed Doors, and The Breakdown by B.A. Paris, The Women Pages by Victoria Perman, The Austen Girls by Lucy Worsley, The Steady Running of the Hour by Justin Go, Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, The Ventriloquist by E.R. Ramseypour, Two Can Play That Game by Leanne Young, The War Nurse by Anthea Hodgson, Don't You Cry and Pretty Baby by Mary Kubica, How to Make Friends with the Dark by Kathleen Glasgow, Grail Quest by Laura Ann Gilman, Good Dog by Dan Geimhart, Far Side of the Sun by Kate Furnivall because it missed the last unhaul, Girl Goddess Queen by Bae Fitzgerald, Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore, Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, Threadneedle by Kari Thomas, When the War Was Here by Roxanne Valetos, Woman in the Green Dress by T. Cooper, Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky, Jane in Love by Rachel Givney, the entire Gone series by Michael Grant, Looking for Alaska by John Green, as well as The Fault in Our Stars. Copycat by Kelly Ann Hawkins, The Desert Nurse by Pamela Hart, Times Convert by Deborah Harkness, Elizabeth is Missing by Emily Healy, Wildlands by Rebecca Hodge, The First Move by Jenny Ireland, Life in Outer Space by Melissa Keel, Running with Ivan by Susan Leal, The Deceptions by Susan Leal, The End of Her by Shari Lapana, A Heart So Fierce and Broken and A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kimmerer, and my entire Fable Crate series collection. So this is every book that came in the Fable Crate book box that is now no longer. That includes Forest Born by Elaine Audrey Becker, The Warrior Midwife by E.P. Barley, Blackwood by Kaya Thompson, Lakeside by Lyndall Clipstone, Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood, League of Liars by Astrid Skolt, Daughter of Sparta by Claire, The Ambrosia Throne by Tati B. Alvarez, The Nature of Witches by Rachel Green, Belle Mort by Bella Higgin, Cold the Night, Fast the Wolves by Meg Long, Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller, and Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. These are all absolutely beautiful. They have sprayed edges and I've only kept them because they look beautiful. but I really don't think I'm gonna actually bother picking half of these up. So I'm just deciding to include them all as one big unhaul, and I will probably sell the entire collection as one thing. So that is it, I think. Oh, and also the entire Iron King Julie Kakawa collection, which I'm not gonna go pick up. So that's what I'm unhauling. None of those were read. Oh, I think maybe 2 or 3, but most of those had not been read yet. They were on my physical to be read pile, and I needed to narrow it down. So they are all going off my shelf, not to be thought about again. I'll probably regret it, but if any of those are ones that I want to read later, I can guarantee I won't be buying them again. I will just borrow them from my library or get the ebook most likely. So there you have it. That is my giant unhaul. It is not 50% like I originally said, and it is not getting my book TBR down to 100, but it is so much lighter. And now when I look at my shelves, I don't feel as intimidated. I have a few books down here that I'm still really interested to read, whether it be to continue a series that I'm still interested in continuing, or just a book that I would like to read eventually. Some of them are still pretty backlist books. They're books that I have had there for a while, but they're books that like I know there'll be a time in my life when I want to reach for them, so I'm not going to get rid of them. So there you have it. If you feel like doing a giant unhaul like I've just done, I challenge you to cut your TBR in half. That is my challenge that I am extending to the entire booktube community. There is this huge like depiction that in order for us to be a successful booktuber or for us to be a book collector, we need to have shelves and shelves and shelves of books. But maybe we actually might read more of what we really want to read if we minimize our TBR. So that's what I did today. I chose to do a huge cull, get rid of a bunch of the noise, and minimize my choice a little bit so that I actually feel inclined to choose the books that I do have. Will this work? I have absolutely no idea. Am I doing it anyways? Yes. So I challenge you, booktube, cut your TBR in half by 50%. See if you can do it. I know there's plenty of people out there that don't unhaul and that will think I'm absolutely fucking crazy. But here we are, I've done it. I feel so much cleansed. I feel like the weight off my shoulder. It was actually really like revitalizing, and sitting here going through all of these books as I was like listing them for you. And this is like a few days after I've already done the unhaul. I'm not wanting to reach for any of them to put back on my shelf. I'm still happy with my choices. So it wasn't just an impulse decision. In the end, it was exactly what I needed to do. So there you have it. If you've made it this far, I'd love for you to drop in the comments a book that you think I'm crazy for unhauling. And if you don't think any of the books are worth keeping, then let me know in the comments down below your most recent unhaul, most recent unhauled book. And if you never unhaul, you can let me know that as well. Otherwise, you can drop a book stack emoji in the comments to represent the giant stack of books I'm going to have to carry to my local op shop. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, because I'd love to have you join this family and have my channel grow. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend and happy reading. Bye.